All right, hello people.
Hello.
How are you doing today?
I'm fine. I don't know where everybody else is. Oh,
Late,
there's Shawn back.
who's
I'm
late?
just I'm just trying to eat my supper.
I did the same thing. I just finished, so I had to hurry up down here. I'm like, my wife's like, "Gotta come and eat supper." I'm like, "Okay, well,
Well,
just
mine's
finished."
in the oven.
All right, good.
Shawn, I'm blessed and highly favored. Thanks for asking.
All right, that's great. Well, I'm glad you're here, Andrew, and we got to talk about some fun stuff today. If I could find my notes. Uh, there we go. I think today's topic was this is wrong notes, but today's topic was as what was it? Today's topics. What did I put my notes up? Oh, right down here. Okay, today's topic:
Finding great value.
finding great value in a vacation. It's a
Yeah.
great topic to talk about today because obviously, when you go on vacation, you want to find a great price. You want to make sure you're getting a good price, and your price is going to be something that you feel comfortable about taking. That's why if you look at things, that's if you look at companies like um, kayak, or if you're in Canada, uh, Travago is another big one in Canada. They're called site scrapers, which means that they'll sit there and scrape all the sites out there to show you the price comparisons of each site. The only problem with that is there's still commission markup built into the cost because they are still doing advertising and marketing and all this other stuff that goes along with it. And even Trivago's got to make a commission off that too as well. So you're not really, even though you're getting a great price, you think you're getting a good price, you're not getting the best price. And the only way you could actually do a best price on when you go on vacation is to be able to do it at true cost is to put it behind a membership base because there's a law out there called the price parity law, which means you cannot, and it's an actual law that you can't sit there and show the best prices and advertise the best prices without having doing a price comparison without having a login password behind it. So literally, uh, you know, even though we're building a price comparison component, that price comparison component is not going to be able to be seen on the front end of the TLN destinations. It's going to be seen on the back end once people log in. They could see a price comparison. We can't do that on the front end because we can't show that we're not, we're blowing away the numbers of Priceline, Expedia, and all these other companies to the general public. Even though we could talk about it, but we just can't show it on the front end like that. And,
Hmm.
that's an actual law. It's a price parity law that does that. So the thing is, we could talk about specials to here, there at these great prices. We just can't compare them across the board with these other companies on a live feed. So it's a live
Okay.
feed. You actually book it there. If you want to book it, you actually have to go behind a login. You have to go up behind a login password, behind a membership. And that's kind of the same thing with Costco. Costco does this whole thing when they show better prices than everybody else, but they have to do that because it's a price parity law where they have to do that where behind a membership. That's why they don't do the advertising and marketing. So it's no different. So finding great value, the best value you're going to find is when you don't have to pay all the commission and the markup in it. But being able to be able to go out there and compare, doing a price compare, which we're actually in the process of building the software right now to actually build that and put it into the TLN destinations. It's going to be something that is going to bring make it a lot easier for people because as of right now, you'll have to go to we give the link to TripAdvisor where you can do some price comparison, but the best way to do it is just to go to Kayak and compare the numbers across the board. You'll always see the best price when you're out there, and if you don't see the best price, you have that concierge service to actually give you so you can pick up the phone and give them a call and see where the best price is at and allow us to go out there and get you the best price. So that's a really good thing, and the whole thing is it's like Joyce talked about here a couple of days ago when she mentioned the. I think you mentioned a couple of times, Joyce, actually, when you talk about knowing that you're getting the best price,
Hmm.
knowing, and that makes a world of difference. So you don't have to, you feel great about what you're doing and then you're finding great value when you're taking a vacation or taking a booking a trip to go someplace. So finding great value is what this is all about. That's what TLN Destinations is all about. It's finding great value when you're going out there. So if you want to, whether you want to go on a cruise or whether you want to go on a you know, stay a condo in Florida, you're finding great value when you're doing it. So that's really the exciting thing about what we're doing here, and that's really what, you know, what I look at it, and from the business side of it, from TLN, from the Legends Network, it's a great business. From what I do on my end of it, it's about providing the great value. So I like to see, I like to say, where people come in, I like to see the fact that people can come in and work a business and make a good living at doing it, and build a team with the TLN, with the Legends Network side of it. But for me, it's even if you come in here and just become a member of TLN Destinations to just for the value of the travel, for me that's exciting to see people come in here and utilize the travel, and you know, and I challenge me, hey, I want to go to I want to go down a river ride down the a river in China, you know, and challenge me, find me the best deal, and we're up for that. We really encourage people to go out there and do it. And as soon as that software is done, it's going to be nice if people can actually go out there and see those savings. And the software, what it does, that software does, it does anything that's not different from anything else. So it's going to pretty much focus on hotel stays, the car rentals, and the cruises are your primary, your primary features that it's going to focus on. And for the most part, it's hotels, because a lot of those companies, they won't do anything, and it's not airfare. It's very hard to compete with, because none of these companies will guarantee they'll give you the lowest airfare. It's hard. It's very hard to, with all the fluctuation in the cost. But it's nice, and it's very hard for you to call or log on to a site like Kayak or Trivago or these other sites, these site scrapers, and have them go out there and see if they can find you the best airfare. They can't do it. They won't even do it. They don't even mention it. Where you call us up and say, hey, listen, I found an airfare for $285 to Miami, and can you guys see if you find me something a better price than that? Well, now you're talking to a live concierge who can sit there and pick up the phone and go through our suppliers, call the airlines directly as a certified bonded licensed travel agent with all the credentials, and go out there and negotiate a better price and slice out the commission. So, you know, it gives you a lot better options, a lot better ability to go out there and actually do that. You know, like I mentioned several times before, what we found for Bob Bremner on his when he's looking to go to Korea, and he got quoted $13,000 for first class from Virginia, and we found it for $3,400 for the exact same fare. So there are times that there'll be huge savings to the airfare, but the biggest value you're going to find are the resort condominiums. You know, the prices that we can get on the resort condominiums, you can't touch. They're untouchable. They really are. And you go stay in a place from $199 to $800, depending on the location and the time of year. If you're talking about Hawaii, you're looking at $800 to $1,000, just because it's Hawaii. But to be able to go there and find a place, and I mean, I just looked for a client here 2 days ago for Orlando, and we got a week in Orlando in a 2-bedroom for, I think it was $489 for the week in a 2-bedroom. So, you know, you can't do that. You can't do that. And like we talked about yesterday, we had a gentleman go in here and find on TLN Destinations, he found a deal. It saved him $700 something for a week in Florida, right? So I mean, he did do the price comparison. He went out there and checked these different sites, and he found out it was about $700 less expensive by going through the TLN Destination site. So finding great value is something that we all enjoy, that we all really, you know, that's exciting. It's like hunting for gold. It's like searching for gold. It's like discovering something new. You know, it's you find great value. It's a sense of accomplishment that you found something that's better than anybody else is going to find, and it's like you won the lottery, right? So, you know, and that's something that makes us feel good, right? And then if you're making money in the business at the same time, now you're actually making money. You're actually now you get paid to travel. You know, like Val says, travel like the legends do. So if you're staying in 5-star, 4-star accommodations, and you're getting paid to do it. So what better value than that? You can't find better value than that. So I like the fact that I have some travel veterans on the panel, and I know one of my panelists. She's a cruiseaholic, and she loves to look for great value, and and that's something that's fantastic. That Joyce, you're able to do that, and being that you've actually done it through the retail before, and you've actually looked through your VIP vacation suite and seen the value and the upgrades and all stuff like that. Kind of explain to us how exciting it is for you to see that kind of value come across on your VIP vacation suite.
Well, I checked back in my back office, and the same a suite there. Well, the outside cabin that we had with a balcony, we paid a lot more for. And in there we could upgrade for, I think it was $600 and some dollars, and I don't know exactly what it was because I was just looking around searching, and it looks like there are a lot better prices in there than what we found. We have gone to other places. Like I said, my son had a condo on St. Martin, and he said they rented it for $500 a night. And in the back office, you can get a condo, I think it was $350 for the week on St. Martin.
Yep.
So I know that the values are there because I've checked in the back office, and I've been on, like Shawn says, I've been on a lot of different trips, and we paid, a lot for them. I think the best one that we went on, the lowest price, was when we went with a group from this area. We were going on spring break, but there was, I think, 18 of us went from Medford, and that was a good cruise. That was one of the first cruises we went on, so it turned out pretty good and a pretty good price by going as a group.
Mm-hmm. And you make a really good point there, because you talk about a group. It's like a group buying. You're going in there buying as a group. You gotta look at TLN Destinations as a huge group that we were able to go in there and say, hey, listen, we have a membership base of 20-something thousand people right now, which is going to grow into hundreds of thousands of people. We can steer business in your direction. Take care of our people. We're going to take care of you by steering a bunch of business in your direction. So we'll get these fantastic deals because we're using the group buying power. It's like Costco. Costco goes in and negotiates TVs from Sony or from Panasonic. They have a membership base that generates over $11 billion a year.
Uh-oh. Hope we don't lose Shawn again tonight.
The suppliers really look at. Suppliers really look at that bulk, going in and selling a bunch of their product based off of, especially it makes a lot more sense to them dealing with somebody that has a membership base, or has a base that's based off of and the reason being is because a membership base, that company could steer your membership base towards certain things by running specials, where they don't know exactly what the numbers that are coming off from Expedia or Travelocity, because it's scattered. They're competing with all kinds of different companies, so they don't have the ability to work their own. They don't have that core membership base like a membership company would. So you're able to sit there and use that bulk buying power that you so often hear about Costco or Sam's Club. Bulk buy, bulk buy, bulk buy. It's because they're able to go in there and negotiate a deal based off of volume of people that they can steer into that company. They can, because they know the numbers that they're working with. So it's very easy for them to work with people, work with companies that are like that. And the nice thing about this is we work directly with the Legends Network only. That's the only company we work with in network marketing. So we're able to go in there and do lots of great things and build this to be something very special. So we can create more value. And as this company grows, the value is just going to get increased. And as my business grows, on my side, I'm able to negotiate a lot better prices as well, because I'm able to drive traffic and get these great deals that we're getting already, but even get better deals as we go along. And I was talking to one of my partners yesterday, we're negotiating a really big contract, a corporate contract. But what we talked about was the fact that we're really going to be able to go in there and do some with this one client that we got coming in. We're going to literally be able to go in there and deal. There's levels of just so you understand that back into the travel industry. There's levels of where you got retailers, you got wholesalers, you got suppliers, and then you got what I call them. It's a source. It's a source. It's the actual source of where the travel comes from, and so you based off how much business you're doing is based off what kind of levels you can actually go to. So we're right there on the brink of going right to the source, which means there's nothing. There's each level you go up, there's going to be a markup in the cost. So we're going right to the source. Right now, we're going right to the source. We're going to be able to do a lot more stuff with the source based off the numbers, the pure volume that we're doing with this company, and it's going to reflect back to you because on our end, we don't mark up the travel. What we get it for, we provide it to you. And that's because my business model is based off of Costco. Better prices, more volume. It makes we make our living off of providing great value to the members of TLN Destinations, based off the volume of the members. So that's and I know I trust Val and I trust what the Bremners are doing to know that those numbers are going to be there for us where we can actually provide the most value for the whole thing. So finding great value is very important, and so Joan, tell us a little about you. How do you go about finding great value when you do travel?
Well, I've always gone onto the internet, and first of all, I booked my flight. I have never booked a package where you get your flight and your accommodations and car rentals or whatever in a package deal. I've always done it separately. So I guess maybe I paid a lot more for my travel experiences than people that do package deals. And I'm looking forward to that in the Legends Network, being able to book everything all at the same time and getting discounts from doing it that way. So, and the cruises, I've never been on a cruise. I would like to go on a cruise, and the one I would like to go on is the Alaskan cruise. Yep. My mother-in-law went on that years ago, and she said, Joan, she says, no cruise can compare to the Alaskan cruise. She said just being able to see all of the animals, be able to enjoy the nature in its raw form, she said is absolutely unbelievable. So I'm looking forward to that. I would really like to go on a cruise, especially in the middle of the summer here in Kelowna when it gets to be 100 degrees. Yeah. We would love to have a little bit of ice and snow summer to be able to cool off with. So I'm looking forward to that idea.
Yeah, the Alaskan cruise is a good example. Alaskan cruise is the most expensive. That and the Mediterranean cruise are the two most expensive mainstream cruises out there in the market. Alaskan cruise and the Mediterranean are neck and neck as far as the cost. And so, and the real reason is because Alaskan cruise is really seasonable, where you could do a Caribbean cruise in the winter or summer, even though you're messing around with a little bit of hurricane season. If you're bold enough to go do that, you could get really good deals going in the summertime. Alaskan cruise, and Joyce knows this firsthand because she's taking the Alaskan cruise. But the Alaskan cruise is one of the most spectacular. Alaska is so. You talk about frontier, and we live in Canada. Joan, you and I, we live in Canada, and Alan lives in Canada too as well. We know the population of Canada is not that big, and there's so much frontier out there. But the nice thing about Alaska, the Alaskan cruises, you get the coastal experience of going up and seeing the glaciers, stuff you see on National Geographic, the Discovery Channel. Excursions out there and watch the glacier fall right into the ocean, right? You go out there and see the orca whales. I mean, that is a fantastic cruise. Do the excursions outside the cruise. Where you go out there and do the train ride around Mount McKinley or spend the day out there doing all that stuff like that. And Joyce and I have talked about this, about that Alaskan cruise. She's already done one. She's ready to do another one.
It was fantastic. We went on a bus first. We took a 7-day bus trip inland, and then we came back and come down the passage. And we also flew, took a small plane and flew to one of the islands too. So.
Yeah, see the caribou, see all that stuff out there. And the thing about this, where the Alaskan cruise, it's one of the most expensive cruises out there. But if you go out there, take one for $600, $700 for a week, that's fantastic value on that cruise. Because you're talking about a cruise that normally is in the on the low one, $1,200, $1,300 for a week cruise. And then one thing you gotta remember is that includes your food, your activities. It doesn't include your alcohol, but it includes your activities and your accommodations while you're on the cruise. So that's a whole experience. And so I hope you get out there this summer, Joan, and take that cruise.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. You know what? Can I suggest that everybody mute out their mics unless they're.
You moved off your mic, Joan. You're on mute. So okay, Joan's making a point.
Joan muted.
Yeah, I muted myself. I was just going to ask everybody on the panel if you could mute yourself unless you're talking, because there were a lot of things that Shawn was saying when it was being there was a lot of static and I couldn't hear a lot of what he said, so it might be a good idea to do that.
Okay. Yes. If you could just turn off your mic if you're not speaking. That way we don't get no static. I know Andrew he just moved into a new home, and me and Andrew haven't really talked that much about what he likes to do as far as vacationing or how he goes about finding value. Andrew, can you kind of give us a little bit of give us kind of an idea how you like to vacation, how you look for finding value in vacation?
I'm sorry, are you asking me how I look for value in vacation?
Yeah, how do you go about finding value in a vacation, and what kind of vacations are you currently doing?
Well, we like cruising and doing ports of call and visiting many islands in 1 week. The excursions are awesome. We love scuba diving and snorkeling, and one of our favorite places is Magic Mountain in Jamaica, riding the bobsled. As far as, if you've never been on Magic Mountain, you've got to go at least once. As far as finding value, to me, that's, my whole family going. That's where the value is the ability to take my whole family.
Mm-hmm.
I have lots of daughters and sons, and I have 12 grandchildren, a grandchild on the way. So, to take all of them on a vacation, that's where value would be for me, and that's why I like TLN, because I'll be able to do that.
Yeah. Yeah, that you make a good point there too. And I've mentioned this before. Going to cruises and the ports of call and all the excursions that you're able to do when you go on a cruise. So, the nice thing about what you're going to get with your TLN destinations, with your VIP vacation suite, is you're able to go out there and find those excursions. Like Magic Mountain and these other fun stuff when you're out there on these excursions, or taking the airplane and flying over to see the caribou and all the wildlife in Alaska. These are excursions that you can book at a reduced rate from retail, on top of the reduced rate you're getting from a cruise. So the value becomes that much stronger, right? And you talk about going with your family, Andrew. It makes it a lot easier to take a big family on vacation when you're able to save a ton of money doing it, because it'll make it a lot easier for people to go. And and that goes beyond cruises. That can go into condominium stays. That can go into different type of vacations. In a condominium stay, you're not looking at a hotel room where it's per person. You're looking at a condominium where it's for the whole condo. So if you sleep 6 people, that's for 6 people for a week, right? You want to talk about great value. That's great value. Why stay in a hotel where you got a bed, a microwave, and a bathroom, when you can go stay in a condominium that has a full kitchen, all the amenities, and multiple bedrooms, that for the same cost per night, that actually less cost per night than you're going to find in a hotel in the same area. So that's one of my favorite parts of what we offer is the value that's put into the stays in resort destinations, because you're not going to be able to touch it with these condominium stays. There's so much value there. And once you go to, my wife stayed in a condo in a resort, and my wife's from Mexico, so she used to be in the travel industry. My wife used to be a manager for a major airline out of Mexico when we first met, but now she's retired and she's a full-time mom. We stay in condos all the time, and I can't get her out of a condo. She won't go out of a condo because of the amenities. And one of the things I like to tell people is it's not just the stay in the condominium. It's the fact that you can make your own breakfast in the morning, have your own snack. You save so much money on your food all by itself, because you can go out there and buy groceries or have groceries stocked in your condo when you get there. And now it's like one of the things I could tell my clients is a bowl of Cheerios is the same in Puerto Vallarta that it does in Missouri. It doesn't. It's the same thing. So you're able to. You don't need to change your eating habits to spend a bunch more money. The value in the condominium is so strong. It's insane. It really is insane. And it's a lot more than just picking up a condominium for $350 a week, which is $50 a night, which you can't even find a hotel room in a resort destination for that cost. But being able to go out there and buy the groceries and save yourself $300 or $400 in the week because you're able to eat breakfast in your condominium, have a bagel or whatever, not changing your eating habits. And we're not asking you to go on vacation to cook, but the breakfast is something that's very simple. So be able to go out and do that and save so much money in that. Now you're looking at you saved yourself on a condominium that normally costs you $3,000 for a week or $2,000 for a week. You're staying there for $350 for a week, plus you're saving an extra $200 to $300 on food. So you're saving yourself so much more by staying in a condo. That's where a huge value comes into this TLN destinations. On top of the cruises, on top of the car rentals, on top of everything else that's being added, And I've talked to Alan a couple times. We talked about a couple different things, and and Alan's he loves to travel. We know that. Alan and I have talked a few times. And Alan, why don't you kind of explain how you like to go out finding value? You're muted.
Yeah, I'm just going to check your. Am I okay now?
You're good.
Okay. Yeah. Good. Good evening, everybody, and thank you. Just kind of sitting back here, kind of listening to the different conversations about travel, and I've been so fortunate over the 36 years of network marketing that I've been full-time to really do a lot of traveling. I mean a tremendous amount of traveling in different countries involved with network marketing. The neat thing about being able to travel network marketing is that it was able to be a tax write-off, and being able to write my taxes off and be able to go to places on business and then make it a holiday out of it is quite. It's a nice feeling. But only even a nicer feeling is if I can save money, and I can save the government money by doing exactly what we're doing here. What's really interesting is all you folks don't even know this, but as you know, I've been involved with Neutronics, the Bremner family, for 15 years now, since it started in 1999. I'm very, very proud of that partnership that I've had with the Bremner family. In fact, just about half of my career in network marketing has been with one company, and that's being Neutronics and TLN. The backbone behind TLN being Neutronics and the Bremner family. And the affiliations that we have had in partnerships with different companies, and now to embark on a partnership with Shawn with the TLN and Neutronics is quite something, and I really wanted to tell you what that means, because I remember 8 years ago we went down to Disney World in Florida. We had our very first convention. Is it Disney World, Disneyland? I forget. Anyways, I think it's Disney World.
Disney World.
Yeah, and we stayed at an amazing. One thing about the Bremner family and Neutronics, if they're to put something on, it's first class. It's absolutely first class. And so we went down there and we brought in the manufacturers of our ingredients and our different products and stuff like that, and we just went down it. And then we said, okay, you know, everybody goes to trips, you know, it does conventions in the United States. Most go to Las Vegas, and it's a place I don't even want to go to. I've been there 21 times because my sister lives there, and I don't smoke, I don't gamble, so I don't even want to go to Las Vegas, okay? So, you know, Disney World was a nice place to go for vacation and have a convention, if it was. But then we wanted to take it to one step further, and there's a method to my madness while I'm telling you this. And then 5 years ago, we actually went to the Atlantis Resort in the Bahamas. OMG, oh my God. You're talking one of the nicest resorts in the absolute world. You know, the fellow that designed that and made it. Now there's one in Dubai, which is the exact replica of the resort in the Bahamas. Well, of course, we went down there and we went for our vacation there with Neutronics, and again, absolutely first class. In fact, we were there with Donald Trump down there with the USA branch. And we just were there for, I was there for a week. I went down to it for a day, met up with Bob. But it was absolutely first class. And we had 20-some-hundred people come down. Well, now what we're thinking of doing is we want to do another one. And again, we want to go someplace exotic. Maybe we want to go to Mexico somewhere or into the Caribbean somewhere and take a whole pile of people with us again through Shawn now. And those trips, by the way, folks, costed us a lot of money. I mean, you don't go stay at the Atlantis. You don't put your head in a bed in Atlantis for $100 a night. Trust me. If you're in the Cove, it's $2,200 a night in the Cove. You know? But the average in the Atlantis is between $400 to $700. Okay, unless you're really going out on the far end. But now, I mean, we can go, and now as a group through Shawn, we now can go and put ourselves ahead in our bed in some beautiful place in Mexico, which I've traveled a lot myself, in the Caribbean, for probably incredible less money, and put on another event. And that's what we're looking at. But outside of that, I'm going to travel a lot more. We're looking at travel this winter already, where we want to go. I'm definitely going to go to Mexico. The interesting thing that Shawn talked about was you get incredible rates in the summertime. You are going down in tropical season, so it's very rainy at night, and you got chances of a hurricane. In fact, we did wind up. They had to fly us out 6 hours early after that vacation that we had in the Bahamas because of Hurricane Francis. We got hit on Hurricane Francis. In fact, as the plane was leaving Nassau, I looked back, and the pilot said, "Us look back, and we saw it over Cuba, the complete hurricane that was coming. We actually saw it in the air. In fact, we couldn't get transmission on the television and everything because of the hurricane. It was quite neat. We saw it. Anyway, I'm making a long story short. We want to do that again, and we want to take everybody with us to some extent because it's nothing neater than taking a whole bunch of people that you've talked on the internet, in our face, seeing us, yada, 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 but to go down and sit in a resort, sit on the beach, and you become a family. You truly become a family, and Shawn's going to give us the opportunity to do that now at an incredible rate. And by the way, again, even though you get an incredible rate from Shawn, you now can take it back to the government. You're going to save the government money, and it's going to be a tax write-off as well. So I thank Shawn and myself personally. I'm going to be using the services of Shawn for many years to come. Even if it wasn't TLN, I would still be. It's a relationship that we're going to start building now, and we can build it for years to come. Thanks, Shawn.
Yep. No, thanks, Alan. Great feedback. You know, and the thing is, you know, it's true because we are planning to do something really nice for the TLN destinations as far as doing something. We talked about Cancun. We talked about Playa del Carmen. And you know, it's in the works that we're putting together something for the first of 2015 and the early spring or in the spring of 2015. And the nice thing about it is we'll be able to go in there and negotiate something where it's going to be, I'll just go right to the resort, because I know 80% of the resort developers in Mexico. I'll just go right to the resort developer ahead of time and negotiate a rate that is, you'd be crazy to not go. That's the great thing about it is it's it's not just a VIP booking suite. It's the ability to go in there and say, this is what we want to do, this is where we want to go, and can we do something better than what we're finding online? Use the concierge, and Joyce can attest this. Every time I do one of these vacation jams, I really pound that out, because I really want people to understand is those concierge is like having your own personal travel agent that you pick up the phone and call, above and beyond what you can do online yourself by going through your vacation suite. So you get the best of both worlds. You get that personal touch of a concierge, plus you get the ability to do the quick bookings that you want to book just by going onto your vacation suite and booking a rental car, where you get confirmation literally right after you pay for it. Confirmation hits your email within minutes. You're confirmed. You're good to go. It's confirmed. It's just like you got something from the airlines, because it's exactly it is. It's a reservation. It's a confirmed reservation. So you got so many different tools that other people don't get. With these other companies that are out there, they don't offer that. They don't offer that kind of stuff. They offer discounts on certain travel, but they don't offer the personalization that you get with your TLN destinations. So it's something that's it's really awesome. Barbara, we haven't heard from you. How do you go about? I know that you went to Virginia and you wanted to go over to Ireland to go see or Scotland to go see your family over there in Scotland, or see your heritage. How would you go about finding value in booking a vacation, and how have you done that in the past?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Oh, good. I can't tell because my cam was kind of making me dizzy going back and forth. But anyway, I'm not really sure. I've gone back in there and I've checked it out on certain things. I haven't found Scotland in my back office. But I do know that when it was saying, like the link that you give to other people, that would say it's got it down at the bottom, and it says something like it's around about like $350 to $400 and something like that. I would like to see about getting into a cottage type suite or something like that, and seeing if me, my granddaughter, my daughter, and my sister Sandy could go.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I'm not really.
Well, let me give it. Sorry to jump in there, but let me kind of give you an idea, because we have done a training video. The training video is being uploaded on the site. It's just been shows you actually how to use it. Plus, that's what these hangouts are for. That's what this show is for. It's like, this is an open forum, so which includes Q&A. So any questions you have using it. But I'll give you an example how you can go about using it. When you go into your VIP suite and you click the hotels. You type in the area you want to go to, and it's gonna give you a list of areas which you click, and then you pick the dates, and it'll actually take you into the areas that you're looking for. Scotland's in there. You can find Scotland. You can also find Scotland in your weekly stays by putting just by going through the booking engine, just like you can go through Expedia or Travelocity or anything else. But we are making it a lot easier for people to go about booking these vacations by doing the training and doing the video that goes through the step by step how each process works on the site. So it actually educates you. It takes you through there, and anything else that you need to know, that's what this forum here is for, to actually go over that, so you can educate yourself on how to use it and answer any questions you might have. And if you need help, I'll be more than happy to take you through it and show you as well. Excuse me. And so we can because we don't want people to be confused on how it works. And I know Joan's kind of brought this up where it can be a little bit confusing at first, because It's new. It's brand new. It's a new system for people. It really is. So the training is going to help you out a lot. And what I'm going to start doing is I'm going to start scheduling once or twice a week on top of this a training session that people can make it great. If not, it's going to be recorded. So we can do a training session that goes through this as well, which is more of a personal training other than a video. It's step by step, so we can go through there, and I'll do a screen share. We can actually screen share, and I can answer any questions, so you guys can learn it on a step by step basis. Because once you get the hang of it, it's I like to kind of do the comparison to one of my kids' video games. Right, my kids play video games, right, and so if they try to figure out this video game, but once they figure out the little secrets and the tips, they get all past all the levels real fast. It's the exact same thing. You just got to learn. It's about learning the system, and it's going to take a little bit, but that's why I'm here doing these hangouts, and that's why I'm going to start doing once or twice a week a training on the actual VIP vacation suite above and beyond this. So it'd be specifically for education on how to use it, tips, pointers, and all that stuff that'll be included in that. So we can get people using it, feeling confident, doing their own demos for people in the downlines or people that are trying to recruit into the business. That'll be fantastic. That'll be a really strong tool for you. And if you can't make it, it'll be recorded. You can watch it, get those tips, and then you can always come back and answer questions later on. So I'm going to make this as easy as possible for you to use. I know it's hard. I know it's hard for some people, but that's what I'm here for. I'm not hiding behind a desk in an office. I'm here with you guys because I want to make sure that everybody understands how it works, and I want you to see the value out of it, and I want you to appreciate what you got, because you really got something special.
Shawn?
Yes.
Shawn, I've got a question for you. If you don't mind. Oh, sorry. I've got a question. I'm just looking on Facebook right now, and I see bookvip.com, stay 5 nights in a luxury. I want to read this to everybody, and then you could explain. Stay 5 nights in a luxury 5-star beachfront resort with all meals and drinks for only $3.99 per person. Travel anytime in the next 12 months. Comment on that.
That is a timeshare. It's a timeshare presentation. You get sucked into a timeshare presentation. It's exactly what it is. I know the guy owns the company. I've worked with him in the past as far as vacation stuff that you're booking. They get you going on a timeshare presentation, then you become on their mailing list, and then you're going to get blown up every other week by somebody trying to get you to go to another timeshare presentation. So they get you into there, they give you they get there, and then you're the whole week, the whole 4 or 5 days you're there, you're getting hit up by a timeshare salesperson about buy their timeshare, buy their timeshare, buy their timeshare, buy their timeshare, and then when you get home, it doesn't stop. They get you on a mailing list, they got you on their system, and they pound you out. I know I know those very well, because again, I have a timeshare background, and plus my mom runs a resort, so I know their guerrilla marketing tactics, and that's just one of them. Yeah, you get down there for $5.99, but you're looking at the back of the alley, and you're watching the delivery truck come back at 5 o'clock in the morning, and then you're in a timeshare presentation for 90. They say 90 minutes, but it's never 90 minutes. It's more like 3 hours, and then the whole 4 or 5 days they're just pounding on you to go to that timeshare presentation, and then once you get home, it just continues. So it's a bait and switch, is what it is. And meet some of the deals that we're going to be offering. And Joan mentioned this, and I'll let you get on this in a second, Joan. But the deals that you kind of mentioned, you'd like to find something with airfare and accommodations and an all-inclusive. We have those. We're starting to add that stuff to your VIP vacation suite. And so you're going to see a lot of that stuff going on. There's some really good prices. You can go in there now and find all-inclusive in there. But we're adding, and I've had a couple meetings with my partner about adding these type of vacations in there. Is it going to be $2.99 for a week? I just told Joyce the other day I got a new supplier that I can get in there for the exact same price. Instead of 4 or 5 nights, it'll be a whole week for the same price that they're offering, include your airfare and accommodations. So we got some stuff like that coming in there with no hook to go to a timeshare presentation. It's going to be just for you to use, and with no pressure from a timeshare presentation. So that's what that's about, Alan. So it's they do get you there, but again, you're going to get harassed by timeshare salespeople the whole time you're there.
And that's so true, because when we went to Las Vegas, we went to see some of the shows that they had, and they offered you a free dinner and a free show if you go on a tour and visit their timeshares. Well, we thought, you know what, 2 or 3 hours out of the day, so what? It wasn't 2 or 3 hours. It was about 4.5, 5 hours by the time we got back. And as you say, we were inundated with emails and people trying to get us to sign up for, their timeshare. And it was just terrible. Nobody wants to have to be involved with something like that. That's for sure.
And and then just go to the timeshare aspect since we're talking about it. This has nothing to do with timeshare. There's no hooks to go. Anything you're doing through your vacation VIP suite, you have full control over. There's no hooks. They're not there to get you to suck you into anything. But when you go to a timeshare presentation, trust me, I know. My mom runs a timeshare resort, but she runs a really good one, and my mom is one of the sweetest ladies you'll ever meet. But the thing about it is, you're talking about, they say 90 minutes, it ends up being 4 or 5 hours, and then you see 5 or 6 people as you go through there, and they're pounding you, and and they make you feel really bad at the end of the day if you don't buy anything. So the nice thing about this is you can travel better than a timeshare salesperson, but a timeshare owner would actually travel without the commitment of a timeshare, a $15,000 timeshare. You can go to the exact same resorts without that $15,000 commitment to a timeshare. That's the average cost of a timeshare out there right now. You can go out there and stay in more properties at a cheaper price with unlimited access to resorts, where a timeshare you get 1 or 2 weeks, whatever you purchase 1 week per year. Whatever you purchase is what you get, and then you got to pay exchange fees and maintenance fees and all this other stuff that come along with it, and then you're locked into it for life because it's a deeded title. So you got to be careful with that stuff. And I'm kind of the anti-timeshare, and timeshare people don't like me too much because of what we do. But I don't care because I'm here to help the people. I'm not here to help a timeshare developer make his money. And to be honest with you, timeshare developers don't really care about the timeshares. They care about putting heads in beds, and that's why I'm able to deal with resort developers, is because I'm able to go in there and put heads in beds for the developers, because the people are really going to spend the money on the resort, buying the drinks, buying the food. That's what they're going to do. They keep that resort operational, and that's what they really come in. All said and done, that's what the developer really cares about, because 90% of the timeshare commission goes for marketing, and it goes into the timeshare salesperson, and the timeshare it goes in their pockets. So it's all said and done. There's more value in a program like this than there is in a timeshare, and in companies like the VIP Book VIP, they're just a timeshare marketing company. So, and you don't have to take my word for it. You can look online and you'll read all the comments about that online through TripAdvisor and through the Better Business Bureau. They have a ton of stuff on that company that you can read about. But I'm not going to bash them because obviously they're giving a great deal, but you have to go through a lot to get to make that worth your while at all. So so that's kind of up to the same. We can do the exact same thing without doing that. So any questions or anything like that? Let's do a little bit Q&A. If anybody has any questions on anything.
Do you have in the condos, like if you had 8 people or something like that, is there any 3-bedroom condos?
Oh yeah, we can get 3-bedroom condos. A lot of resorts don't have them. Joyce, a lot of resorts don't have them. A lot of resorts have 2 bedrooms, two bedrooms, 1 bedrooms, 1 bedroom executives, which are like a 2-bedroom, but it's just an extended size 1 bedroom. A 2-bedroom condo will sleep up to 8 people.
Oh well.
So if you're looking for 8 people, a 2-bedroom condo will sleep up to 8 people. And 90% of the resorts will give you a free cot or mattress. So if you have children coming along, you get a cot or mattress to go along with it, above and beyond the bedrooms that are in the resort and that condominium. So, to go out there and spend, $600 for a week in a condominium someplace for 8 people for a week is insane. Where in a hotel room, to put 8 people in a hotel room, you need 2 or 3 hotel rooms at the average of $200-something a night in a resort area. The average resort area, hotel room wise, is $250 to $350 a night on average in a hotel. So those are not my numbers; those are numbers that are actual true statistics. Yeah. So if you do it, so you need 3 of those. So you're really looking at spending close to about $750 per night to have a family of 8 stay in a hotel.
Oh, true.
So where you could go stay in a condominium for $600 in a 2-bedroom for a full week. So the value, again, we go back to the topic.
Value.
The value is super strong. So that's something that's fantastic.
I've got. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Go ahead. No, Barbara, you go ahead. That's fine.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. My sister Sandy and I, a while back, was saying about going to Virginia to where my grandparents and my dad was born and raised. My mom was born in Michigan, but raised in Virginia.
Mm-hmm.
And we was thinking on seeing if the family would like to go down there. And it's like, I'm not sure if Joyce was kind of, I'm not sure, I don't remember what she said to me, but I mean, my family is pretty big. I mean, we've got nieces and nephews, and I'm almost certain that it's almost over 12 of us.
Yeah.
And it's like, how do we go about getting a lesser rate on something down there? I don't know if they might have whatever it was that Joyce was talking about.
Then a lodge.
A lodge, yeah.
Yes.
Like, yeah, pretty.
If you're looking at bringing 12 people down, Barbara, you know this is fantastic value because you're looking to go to Virginia, and if you're looking at Virginia Beach, or looking at something more in the mountains of Virginia, you know there's resorts all over. So you can, we could do cabins, we could do lodges, we could do bed and breakfast, we could do houses. If you go on your VIP vacation suite, I'll show you. I'll personally show you guys how you can book a house. It's not just a condo. It's a private home. But you have the ability to do that too, and that's the exciting thing. It could be a 3-bedroom house or a 4-bedroom house. You can book it, and you're going to save a ton of money doing it. But you know the thing with the condominium is if you get two 2-bedroom condominiums and you're spending $1,300 for something that's going to sleep 12 people for a week, you can't do that in hotels. There's no way. I mean, there's no way you can do it. You know, and then as we add this great outdoors package, you're going to be able to do, you know, if you want to go out there and rent a motorhome, rent a couple motorhomes, whatever, and a motorhome could sleep up to 6 people depending on the size of the motorhome, you know, and you can go stay in a park there. I mean, for literally, you know, because Joyce was talking about it was $100. If you said something about $100 a night that was your son or something like that goes out.
My nephew.
Nephew, it's $100 a night, where you can do the exact same thing for under 20 a night. And you can go rent a motorhome and save 30% off a motorhome rental. That's coming in the spring. You know, so there's going to be different ways. And then that includes cabins, houseboats, all of those stuff. So literally anything you want to do, we're going to be able to do it for you and save you money. So it's something that's you're going to find the value in everything you're going to go. I just give you an example. I mean, today I just booked a trip today for a client. He's not a TLN destination client. He's one of my other clients with one of my corporate companies. But he wanted to go to Puerto Vallarta. He wanted to go there for 5 days. He just wanted to go for 5 days. He was looking at this. He was looking at a resort in Puerto Vallarta, and what he found online, I ended up saving him for 5 days, $670 for 5 days, for the exact same hotel. So you're going to find tremendous value, even if you're doing it in hotels, you're doing it in the resorts, you're doing it in a bed and breakfast, you're doing it in a private home. We have the ability, because we are licensed, bonded, certified travel agency. You know, we have all the certifications. I can go to any provider I want to and negotiate a better price, and you're going to be able to do it on your own as somebody going through, as a general public going through a public site or going to a travel agent, because we're able to do that because we get the commissions normally, and all we're doing as a company is we're giving you back that commissions and savings, so you get it back. So we're not here to mark up the prices for you. We're here to slash the prices for you, so you can be happy and you can save money and you can find value out of a product, out of a network marketing. I mean, heck, my neighbor, just to talk about what network marketing does. She's got cupboards full of this Organo Gold coffee, cupboards full of it, and she just gives it to us because she doesn't drink coffee. So everybody uses travel. I mean, and on top of that, you get to make a great living in a business with the Legends Network. So you're going to be able to use travel, make money, and save money at the same time on everything you're doing, because everybody travels. I don't care if you're just going to, and I'll just use Joyce to Joyce go to Ocean Shores, Washington, or going over to Cannon Beach, Oregon, from where she's at there in Medford. I know where she's at. I know where she's at very well because my grandmother used to live in Medford. So, and I know Kelowna very well. Where Joan's at, because she's literally 2 hours from me. Me and Joan go have coffee here the next couple of days if we wanted to. That's how close we are. So I mean, it's just going in your local areas, you could save a lot of money. Save a lot of money just doing local stuff. So you don't have to think about doing that extravagant trip to wherever, to Paris or to the Alaskan cruise. You're able to save money just by going to Corpus Christi, Texas, Andrew. I mean, anything that you want to do, stuff that's local for you. Saskatchewan. Let's see here. In Saskatchewan, you can go to was it Lake Diesendorfer or whatever it's called, and go fishing for those world-sized trout. So there's a lot. Anywhere you're at, you're going to be able to save money, and it's something that's really exciting. And I'm excited for you guys. I'm really excited for you guys because I want you to put me to the test. Say, Shawn, you know what? Find this for me, and we're going to go out there. We're going to find it for you. So we're going to find great value for you every single time we're doing it. Joan, you had a question, or you were making a comment?
Yeah, I did. I was looking at the prices of different resorts and what have you in Cocoon and places like that. Now, if it's a special deal and the price is reduced by a lot, is it still guaranteed that it will be a 4 or 5 star resort or hotel?
Usually, in our system, it's you'll be able to see the rating of it right on the top of there. But if it's it doesn't make a difference. If you see great prices at 4 or 5 star resorts all the time, you're going to see them all the time in there. So you'll be able to see those big discounts off. It's not just we're not going to just stick you in a little the little La Roca, little hotel in the back of an alley. We're gonna put you in a nice resort. We want one thing that I've learned a lot in my life, but one thing I've learned about this industry is in business as an entrepreneur is you can give great value, but at the same time you don't want to upset people, because if you do good things, it's gonna help you build your business. You start doing bad things and you start giving people bad value and not giving people good value. It's almost impossible to get rid of bad press. I mean, it's very hard. So we want to make sure that we're getting good value, because I would not want somebody to come back to me and saying, Shawn, he's a horrible person, or their company is really bad, because it's not worth it. It's not worth it to me. So it's not worth it to my reputation means a lot to me. I've spent many years doing this, and I chose this company to work with in network marketing because of obviously I trust Val, and I love the way it's set up here, where I don't have to worry about somebody going to be out there to excuse my language, screw me over. And I know that Bremner's and Val and everybody here, and I don't want to do that, and I don't want to upset people here either. So we go everything, make sure you get the best accommodations. And the thing about it too, Joan, is if you're curious about the quality of the resort or whatever, concierge, hey, can you give me a little more information on this resort? I'm really curious about this resort, and finding out a little bit more about this resort, the amenities that are available at the resort and whatnot. And plus, you have the internet, and the internet's going to tell you anything about any hotel or any resort that's out there. The resources are huge. We encourage people to go out there and do the research on a hotel, but we'll provide all that stuff for you as well. So the deals that you see that are going to be in the resorts they're really good resorts. You're also going to find deals that are in 3 or 4 star resorts, because those resorts are trying to build up a better rating by bringing more people. So so it's but the nice thing about it is you get to literally choose the quality resort you want to stay in. So you'll know what kind of quality resort you're staying in before you actually book it.
Okay. I really feel that these hangouts are good, because we need to know what we're talking about when we go and speak to other people about joining TLN and getting involved in this program, because travel is a big thing, and people want to be assured that when they go there that they're going to get what they have put into their, what word am I looking for? What they booked. They want to make sure that what they booked is what they're going to get. And there have been so many horror stories out there of even some of the online places where people have gone. And one friend of ours, I remember that they went over, I forget where it was, somewhere in the Philippines. And when they got there, the booking wasn't even, it hadn't even gone through. And the hotel was full, and here they were, and they didn't even have a room to stay in. So those horror stories, people remember things like that. And so they want to have the assurance that they're not going to have something like that happen again, but that they're going to be able to get value for the money and feel confident that things are going to work out and there's not going to be any hiccups.
Yeah, I know, and just to kind of play off that before we go here, because we know we have a call coming in as far as a webinar, but that's why, again, the concierge, because the concierge they're there for you to actually, you get to talk to a live person. Somebody's, this is, you're building a relationship with the concierge. It's not just operator 24342. They're gonna address you by the name. You can literally ask for this person by the name. And as in one of the agreements that I actually set place with Bob when we set this agreement, and it was my recommendation was, as soon as we hit certain levels of memberships, I'm going to I'll bring in off my dime, personal concierge for the TLN destinations. So for every 10,000 people we bring into this business, there's 2 more concierges coming in for this business, strictly for this company. So, and that's something that comes off my dime. I pay their salaries. So for every 10,000, you get two more reps. So as this business grows, which we know we'll hit 10,000, and we're gonna hit 10,000 people real soon here. It's going to be just a matter of a month. I bet you we do it next month. We bring in a couple more reps to handle strictly for you. You get to know them it's personalization. Customer service is so key in any business. You don't have good customer service, you might as well just tap yourself out. You're done. And I recognize this. So we want to make sure each customer has a personalization, a relationship with somebody where they can pick up the phone and say, hey, how's it going, Jody? Great, and good to talk to you again. And they pull up your file on our screen on the monitor, and they know exactly what your habits are and what you like to do, and they can kind of guide you through this and plan with you. And it's something that's truly unique. Where a lot of these companies that are out there in network marketing, and I'm not going to name any names, but I know who they are, that they're in the travel industry. They don't have it. You pick something on the screen, and that's what you get. You don't know what like you said, Joan. It's a blind leap of faith that you're going to get something good. Here you go through the process.
There's no bond. There's no feeling of loyalty or friendship. You're just a number.
Yeah, exactly. You're just a number, and our goal is to get away from that and build a personal relationship. So you have concierges that they'll know who you are because they've talked to you on several occasions on a first name basis. So we can do that for you. And again, for some people like some of these big companies that are out there doing travel, if you're a number and they don't want to spend the money to put somebody in front of you on the phone with you, because it's all about making money. It's all about making money. It's nothing to do with building something that's strong. But what they fail to realize, if you do it the right way, your network, your foundation of your network is going to be that much more stronger. So, on that note, I know that we got a webinar coming up here, and so I'm gonna let everybody get off here. And this has probably been my favorite jam session on all the TLN vacation jams of all of them. I mean, just because we've been able to get quite a few panelists on here today. So tomorrow, same time, same place. And if you have any questions, make sure you write them down so we can answer them tomorrow. I think tomorrow we're just going to do a general Q&A, and kind of open forum on travel. Any questions you have, anything you want to bring up, we'll kind of go from there and invite people so we can build a bigger and better, awesome. Because that's what I'm giving myself to you guys to bring all the questions and help you understand how to build this business. So,
Thanks, Shawn.
Can I ask you something, Joe?
sure.
How do I get a hold of you if I want to talk to you about the travel and stuff like that?
Well, Joyce has got my Skype ID. You just ask Joyce; she'll give you my Skype ID, and
Okay.
you can just Skype me, and then everybody else here has my Skype ID. So feel free to Skype me. I think I'm pretty good about getting back to you guys. So
Yeah, you are.
so if you need anything, just let me know. I'm here for you guys. And on that note, let's end this call, and I'll see you all tomorrow.
Bye-bye.
Okay,
Thanks.
a lot,
Thanks,
Shawn.
Scott.
Right.
Shawn,
Good night.
thanks a lot.
Good night,
Bye,
everybody.
Andrew.
Bye-bye.
Bye bye.